I've noticed that baby's movement is not as frequent as it used to be. Pregnancy care. This is your girl right now, and the baby came out with the cord wrapped around his neck. I wasn't feeling connected with my baby. My baby has been moving a lot more frequently. Hi, good morning. My name is Laura. I'm just calling because I've noticed that baby's movement is not as frequent as it used to be.
Okay, and how many weeks pregnant are you?
I'm 28 this week.
What number baby for you is it?
This is my first one.
Okay, well, if you want to come to triage, someone will see you, okay?
Okay, can I come? Is it possible to come after work?
No, my advice to you, darling, if you phone to say that you've got concerns with your baby's movement, you're invited in to come in straight away. We advise you not to leave it.
Okay, hey guys, I'm just being cautious. Good morning, first of all. Today is a Wednesday and I am officially in my 3rd trimester, and you had the phone conversation. I called triage now. I'm waiting for 30 minutes because my phone is 7% and I just charged it. I wanted to charge a little and then I'll go to the hospital. I'm just trying to be cautious. I feel like there's nothing wrong and I feel like I'm in my head, but and in case my eyes are watering, I am just a little emotional this period. Like I cry for nothing. It's not a big deal, but I just want to make sure there's nothing wrong, because previously when I eat or have my morning coffee, or there are just patterns that you notice when baby is moving. So baby was very active when I was eating. I'm like, this baby likes food. Or I was drinking my coffee. I was like, this coffee is like energizing baby. Or things that go on in my head. And I've just noticed that he doesn't move as much. He doesn't move at all those periods anymore, and he still moves. I felt him today, I felt him in the morning, but at the same time it's not as frequent as it used to be. And I know they said that in your 3rd trimester the movement reduces because the space is smaller. Well, I don't think the space is that small right now and it's not as active. So just to be cautious, I'm just going to go to hospital. I just called triage to tell them what was up, and I thought I could go after work because I do have my anti-D appointment today by 1:30. But I think I'm just gonna go to hospital. I'll carry my laptop just in case they ask me to wait so I can work at the reception. I think it's better to be safe than sorry. So let's do that. I'm sure there's nothing wrong, but let's just do that. Guys, everything is fine. It's actually 3:35 now and I just got home. I made the call by 10:04 and I was going to leave the house in 30 minutes, but I just felt like I should leave. Like, I couldn't sit still, so I left like when my phone was 11%, and that was like 10 minutes or 5 minutes after you last saw me. And then I got to the hospital. They gave me this wristband thing. They did a urine test. They always do a urine test. Then they did so I waited. After the urine test, I waited for a while. Then they took my blood pressure, my carbon monoxide tests, and then my temperature, and everything was fine. They did say that my blood pressure was a little on the high side. It's still within the range of your, the safe range, but was a little high, which is strange because my blood pressure has been very good this period, but it was nothing to worry about. And then they did something, I don't know what you call it, but they put something on my tummy, and they gave me a pen that you can click, and anytime I felt movement, I was to click the pen, and they could monitor my heartbeat, and they could monitor the baby's heartbeat as well. And they said the baby's heartbeat was very strong, which is good, which made me feel hopeful. And then I had to still wait, and I think this was the longest period of waiting, because I'm just opening my Shein package, by the way. I had to wait for 2 hours for the doctor to see me, and when the doctor saw me, he did a little what's it called, he just felt my tummy a little to make sure there was no pain. He asked me some questions, and then they did a scan, and based on the scan, he said that he didn't feel like there was anything to worry about. And because he said he didn't feel like there was anything to worry about based off the scan and the heartbeat, I also feel like I feel reassured. I could see in the scan that the baby was moving. He's actually very active, but I couldn't feel it. And then he said that the patterns usually change around this period, but if I ever feel worried, I can always come back to hospital. And one thing that I like about this whole process is the fact that I wanted to be cautious. I felt like something has changed. I felt something change, but I also felt like there's not a problem, there's no problem, but I also wanted to be cautious, and that's why I went to hospital. And the way they treated me in the hospital was very reassuring. They encourage you to come to hospital even when you feel like it might not be a big deal, I shouldn't make a big deal out of it. They encourage you to come, they encourage you to check, and they did all the checks necessary to send me back home with a clear mind. And I'm just so appreciative of that. I'm appreciative of the fact that they didn't make me feel like, oh, you're making a big deal out of nothing, or you're worrying too much. They took my concerns seriously, and I'm appreciative of that fact. While I was in the hospital, I met another Nigerian lady. She had just put to bed, and she was telling me her birth story. The child was taking a long time to come out, and then the people in the hospital just also told her that they were concerned about the baby's heartbeats. But because she's had 3 children vaginally, she just felt like they were worrying too much. They were already pushing C-section, emergency C-section, and in her head she wanted to push back because what are you worrying about? Like, calm down. However, she didn't push back. And then they did the emergency C-section, and the baby came out with the cord wrapped around his neck. So just imagine if she hadn't listened to the people that were attending to her, the midwives, the doctors, the nurses that were attending to her, and felt like she needed to push back, or she knew more than them, or they didn't have her best interest at heart, things could have taken a different turn. So personally, I've told you guys already that I want a natural birth, but I think for me right now, my top priority is just making sure that this baby that God has blessed us with and I've created with my husband comes out healthy. Like, I don't care if it's vaginal, I don't care if it's C-section. I'm going to do everything that I can possibly humanly do to ensure that my baby is safe, healthy, and comes out whole and healthy, like a bouncing baby boy. Now I understand the term bouncing baby boy. I want my baby to come out bouncing.
If I could be honest, I'm scared that I'll end up lonely. I'm cutting through corners, making a wish I know come true. Could you do the honors and not make me work so hard for it? And I promise, if I love, I'll love you right. And I don't need to spell it out. Maybe we'll work to work it out. But I won't question that you're the best part of my day. Just one look at your face, and I'll know that everything's okay. We're getting coffee while sitting at dinner on our own. Or we'll meet through friends, 'cause they're scared we'll end up alone. And I don't
Hey guys, I received 2 packages today, one from IKEA and one is like a regular boots top up of my toiletries. Actually, let's go through this one first. When I went to hospital, I was watching back those footage that I had taken and I realized that I am getting stretch marks. I thought I wasn't going to get stretch marks only because I haven't seen stretch marks up until now, but it seems like I'm getting stretch marks, but they're not very dark. So I just did a little research. I know that the products I am currently using are actually quite good, but I just wanted to top up on that, some extra protection. So I got this Palmer's cocoa butter stretch mark cream. Was it the cream? I got the cream because the cream is thicker than the lotion and my skin needs like thick products because my skin is really dry. I've already put on my stretch marks cream and everything tonight, but I'm going to use this one later. And then I stocked up on my pregnancy care because I've run out, or I'm about to run out, but I've not used this one before, so I think I've used I can't remember what it's called. I think it's the one before this one, but this one is Max, so it has a lot more things. Since I'm currently not taking vitamin D anymore, this one has vitamin D, so I might as well just have an all-in-one product. Okay, so the previous one was orange and this one is green, and I think this one has, wow, this one you have to take 2 tablets. The other one was just 1 tablet. Okay, so this is definitely a lot more to consume, but yeah. And I've noticed that since I started taking folic acid, my hair has been growing and flourishing, so I'm going to keep on taking folic acid even after Beiji comes. And I mean, it's helping my hair, so why not? And magnesium as well, for some reason that also helps. Then I got regular mouthwash, my regular cream. I die by this cream. I have very, very dry skin. My skin is very dry and sensitive to breakage, and I feel like I've spoken about this sometime in my vlog. I can't remember where, but when I first came to the UK, my skin was literally breaking and mending, breaking and mending. So I have a lot of scars on my body currently. Because I am currently pregnant, I can't really do anything about it. So I'm going to probably do something about it. Maybe get like a full body chemical peel when I give birth, if it's safe and if the side effects are not serious. I might do a full body chemical peel just to get rid of the scars, because I've gotten a hang of the dryness, but the scars are still scarring, guys. The scars are still there, the scars are still strong, and I just want to feel like my skin is back to what it was before. And then regular toothpaste, Vagisil. This is brand that I use. I haven't really experimented with intimate wash. I've just picked up this one because I think it's gynecologist tested. I picked it up and it's fragrance free, so I picked that up. And then this Dove, I think Dove is like a really underrated brand in terms of very affordable body wash, body creams, body everything. It's just really nice. So I use Dove, and then I bought a couple of makeup products only because I have run out. I got this elf what's it called, F lip oil. I hope I got the right color. Yeah, I think the color is different from what I had before, but this elf lip oil is to die for. Like, I've noticed the difference since I haven't had it, so I needed to get it back. And then I hope this is my shade, but I got an elf bronzer thing, mascara, a sharpener for my pencils, and I got the small Fenty Beauty primer for matte skin because my skin is extremely oily. I thank God because I could have worse, but my skin or my face, once makeup is on it just starts producing oil. So it would be nice to have something to soak up all that oil. So that's all I got from Boots. Okay, so these are things I wanted and not things I needed. I don't know why I felt like I left in that disclaimer, but here we go. Okay, so the first one, I am hoping that it works. I got a planter for this plant that has been here for a while and it's just been on the floor, but I thought it would be nice to get a planter just so it looks better. Yeah, I like the color. I think it will be perfect. This is a regular candle fire extinguisher. Ooh, and I got floating candles for the vibe. If you don't know already, I am a candle lover. So this is another candle. And then, yeah, this is what I was looking for. This is a bowl for my floating candles. I don't know if I want to set it up now. I don't think I do, but it's just like this and it's quite shallow, so it will definitely look better, I think. Since the doctor's appointment and since I've got back home, my baby has been moving a lot more frequently. The pattern has definitely changed. He no longer moves as much when I am eating something, but he definitely like is more active since I got from hospital, which I don't really understand. But anytime I feel his movement, I am just so grateful because I don't know how to explain it. I honestly wish I could put it in words, but I just feel a sense of ease and reassurance that he's fine when I feel him moving. But according to the doctor, even if you don't feel your baby moving, that doesn't mean that they're not moving, so you don't have to worry too much. So that puts me at ease, and the fact that the doctor was also at ease put me at ease. And then coming home and him being more active puts me at ease as well. But I'm still watching for his movement. I'm still making sure that I feel it regularly, but I don't know what the pattern is yet. I guess eventually I'll find out. And also, I'm actually 27 weeks, not 28 weeks. And I find that weird because I'm using several different apps and they're all saying 28 weeks. But I think the due date on the app must have been wrong, because one of them was saying 27 weeks. So I was actually 27 weeks, 6 days when I went to the doctor. So there's a grade for everything at triage. Obviously, like, they're going to see you. They always advise you to come in, but I think they don't really worry a lot when it comes to baby movement until you're 28 weeks. And the lady kept on asking, are you 27 or 28? And then I thought I was 28, so I told her I was 28, but they still saw me, and that's fine. Anyway, I'm going to spend the rest of my nights probably editing. Hey guys, I have my RSV immunization today, and this place is really nice. I think it's like a hub with companies, different companies. I think KPMG is here as well, which is so cool. Anyway, I'm just waiting. My appointment is by 3:10 and I have 5 minutes left to wait. So I'm just waiting to get it, and then I don't really want to talk a lot here because I'm outside, but we'll talk more when I get home, and I'll catch you guys up on all the latest updates. I want to do that challenge where it's just the tummy that is dancing, and then this is like the face, like Mr. Potato Head. I've just come back home and I made myself a cup of something warm. Anyway, let me catch you guys up on everything that has been going on since the last time we spoke. So I got 2 immunizations today. I was going to get just the RSV immunization. I'm not going to lie, I don't really know what RSV is. I'm sure if I Google it, I would find information online. All I know is that it's a respiratory infection, and it affects babies, and if you get the immunization, then it passes through your placenta and it protects your baby. This does not mean that your baby cannot get it. It means that the likelihood of your baby getting it then reduces, and then if your baby gets it, it's not going to be as serious as if they were not vaccinated. So I got that one, and then I also got whooping cough. I wasn't going to get whooping cough because my baby is going to be a summer baby. I was thinking to myself, what's the point of getting any weather, autumn, winter related immunizations? Obviously this is like my own ignorance, but they've just been pushing so many immunizations to me, and from the books I read, I heard that they will push a lot of immunizations to you, but choose which one you absolutely need. You don't need everything. So I wasn't going to get the flu vaccine, and I've still not gotten the flu vaccine, and I wasn't going to get the whooping cough vaccine. But when I got to the place that you saw me at, the lady told me about how it's actually fatal for babies. It just felt ridiculous to me that I would choose not to get something that could potentially protect my baby, because I thought my baby will not have it. You don't need it. So I got it. They also pushed chickenpox to me, and actually thought chickenpox was just an African disease. Is chickenpox a disease or an infection? Alexa, is chickenpox a disease or an infection?
Here is an answer from an Alexa Answers contributor that I translated. Chickenpox, varicella, is an infectious and highly contagious disease caused by the varicella zoster virus.
Okay, so it's an infectious disease. I thought it was just in Africa that chickenpox and measles are a thing. Well, apparently even here there are still cases of chickenpox. I haven't gotten the chickenpox vaccine. I don't know if I'm going to get the chickenpox vaccine. For now, we've just gotten 2, and that's fine. Let me catch you guys with what's been happening. I have finally gotten my anti-D injection, and I feel so reassured that I have gotten it, because obviously, you know, if you watched my first, I think it was my first pregnancy vlog, you know why I needed to get it. If you haven't watched that vlog, I'll link it up above. You can watch it, catch yourself up, and see why I needed to get the anti-D injection. So I've gotten that. I think they're going to give it to me again once I labor, but for now that's done, which is good. Also, glucose test has come back and everything is fine, so I don't have anything to worry about, and that just gives me peace of mind, because I haven't been watching what I've been eating. I've not been eating like crap. I haven't been senseless in my eating, but I haven't been mindful as well. I've just been really enjoying food, so I was not sure how it was going to go, because I was eating a lot of Nigerian food, and if you know anything about Nigerian food, it can be high up there in the calories and carbs. So I didn't know what to expect, but I'm so happy that it's come back and I'm fine. So that's out of the way. I want to close off this video here, but before I do, I want to show you our bumping right now. We are currently 29 weeks preggo, 29 weeks and I think 3 days. So this is, I don't like wearing things like this, because obviously previously you wear things on your tummy, but this just looks somehow almost like a mama. So I like to raise it up and then bring it down. But this is a bodysuit, which is obviously not my size anymore. But yeah, so this is how I wore it when I went out. But I was bringing it up because it's falling from my wrist. Anyway, this is bumping. This is 29 weeks preggo. Your girl is 29 weeks preggo. What does that mean? It means that we're almost done. It means that we're in our 3rd trimester. Guys, where has the time gone? I don't know. But this is your girl right now. And I feel like, based off everything I have experienced so far from my 3 trimesters, we actually have 4 trimesters, because the 4th trimester is after you give birth. That's postpartum. Anyway, based on everything I've experienced from my 3 trimesters, the middle of my 1st trimester and the beginning of my 2nd trimester were my least favorites, because those were the times I had the least energy. I had a low sense of self and I had 0 motivation. I feel like I kind of ignored my 1st trimester just because there was a lot going on and I was not ready to focus on this at the moment. And then I also had very, very low energy. I actually felt like I had the flu. The beginning of my second trimester, I didn't have any motivation to do anything. I think the weather played a factor. I wasn't motivated, I didn't have energy, and I was just not, I was trying to discover who I was again, because obviously you're changing, which is fine, but who are you changing to? And do you like the person you're becoming? The end of my second trimester, because you know my second trimester kind of just ended, and the beginning of my third trimester, I feel so much more like myself. I feel happy. I feel ready. I wasn't feeling ready throughout my first or the beginning of my second trimester, but I feel ready. I feel excited, and I feel connected. I wasn't feeling connected with my baby until my baby started to move, and then the connection began to grow, and then from that connection I started feeling love, and then I just could not wait. Like right now, I feel like I can't wait for my baby to come. I can't wait to hold my baby. I can't wait to carry my baby, like look at my baby and say you're mine. I can't wait. And I don't know, I just wanted to express myself. This is not going anywhere. Like I don't have like a purpose for this section. I was just going to show you my bump and end the video, but I just have all these feelings and I wanted to express them. Anyway, let us round this up and make it motivational. If you are currently pregnant and you don't feel connected to your baby yet, if you feel like you're losing yourself, if you feel like you're not prepared, give it time. Honestly, just give it time, because this feeling, I can't explain it. I can't explain it. I can't even explain it to myself. I can't even explain it to my past self, my first trimester, my beginning of my second trimester self. I can't explain it, but the feeling is going to come, and when it comes, you're going to wonder what was all that all about to begin with. What was all that sadness and mood swings and self-doubt all about to begin with? Just give yourself time. Anyway, I'm going to close this video here. Somebody's at the door. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and leave a comment. Like actually leave a comment on your feelings towards this series. Obviously we're drawing to a close, but let me know how you're feeling it so far. I'd like to hear from you. So anyway, have a good day. Bye.